You won with a nice mid-game mating tactic, turning an even game into victory. Opening with the king's pawn controls the center and opens up the light-squared bishop and queen, often leading to sharp games. In the Caro Kann defense, c6 supports a quick d7, d5 pawn push to control the center and challenge the e4 pawn. d4 grabs control of the center and attacks the e5 and c5 squares. d5 controls the center and attacks the e4 pawn. E takes d5 opens up the center. White can now develop the light-squared bishop to d3, where it will attack black's kingside. C takes d5 recaptures the pawn on d5 and leaves the c6 square open for the knight to develop. Knight f3 develops the knight toward the center, defends the d4 pawn, and controls the squares e5 and g5. It's good to get your knight off of its starting square and into the action. This immobilizes the knight by pinning it to the king. It's critical to develop your pieces as early as possible in the game. This activates a knight by developing it off of its starting square. You further develop your pieces by moving the bishop. This maintains the balance in material with a good trade. You captured back. Out comes the bishop and into the battle. You kick the opposing bishop with a pawn, forcing it away. This forces the opponent to double pawns. You take back. Castling gets the king out of the center of the board, while also developing a rook. You left your piece open to being captured after moving too quickly. This is the only good move. You missed an opportunity to develop a bishop off its starting square. This overlooks an opportunity to tactically win a pawn. This moves your pawn to a safer square. This permits the opponent to eventually win a knight. This ignores an opportunity to eventually win a pawn. You missed an opportunity to eventually win a knight. This misses an opportunity to win a tempo by threatening a bishop. This allows the opponent to develop a piece while also winning a tempo on a knight. You missed an opportunity to develop a piece while also winning a tempo on a knight. The bishop is kicked by a pawn and must now move or be captured. This moves your bishop to a safer square. This is the strongest option. You move the bishop to a better square. This permits the opponent to eventually win material. Now your opponent can't stop you from winning material if you make the right moves. This blocks an attack on a pawn. What a bold sacrifice of your bishop. A brilliant tactical idea. This wins a pawn. This captures a free bishop. You captured back. This steps away from the checking queen. You ignored an opportunity to add a defender to a vulnerable pawn. This steps away from the checking bishop. You moved quickly, missing the only good move. This evades the check from the queen. You are threatening to play checkmate. This permits the opponent to play checkmate. Checkmate is always the best move.